Imagine a world painted in endless shades of green and gold, the Great Plains of North America, a vast sea of grass, rippling under a sky so wide it seems to hold the entire universe. For thousands of years, this landscape was alive with movement and sound. This was the domain of the American bison, the living soul of the prairie. Their presence shaped every blade of grass, every river bend, and every creature that shared their world. The story of this continent is written in their hoof prints. Early explorers described herds as a dark, moving mass stretching for miles, a river of life that could take days to pass. The sound was a low, continuous rumble, vibrating through the earth and into your bones. Millions of bison, grazing and moving as one colossal organism, were a force of nature. Their hooves tilled the soil, their grazing fostered biodiversity, and their droppings returned nutrients to the earth. The bison was the master gardener of the prairie, sculpting the landscape through the simple act of living. For indigenous peoples, the bison was the center of their universe, a sacred provider. From the bison came food, shelter, tools, and spiritual guidance. Every part of the animal was used with reverence and gratitude. The bison was a symbol of abundance and a direct connection to the Creator. Its presence was a blessing, and the rhythm of human life on the plains moved in time with the great herds. The heartbeat of the prairie was the thunder of bison hooves. The American bison is a creature of breathtaking scale and power, America's last true giant. An adult bull stands over 6 feet tall and weighs more than 2,000 pounds. Its massive head, crowned with sharp horns, is built for defense and dominance. To stand near a bison is to feel the meaning of raw, untamed strength. Its powerful shoulders and neck allow it to plow through snow and charge with astonishing speed. A bison can run faster than a horse, reaching up to 35 miles per hour. Once, bison roamed from coast to coast, their numbers as high as 60 million. They were a keystone species, shaping the land and dictating the patterns of predators and prey. When a herd moves, the ground trembles, a spectacle of collective might. The bison is more than an animal. It is a living monument to the wild heart of America. Even today, it remains a symbol of a wildness we can still, if we are lucky, glimpse. The American continent is a land of brutal extremes, and the bison is its master survivor. Its thick, shaggy coat is a multi-layered defense, shedding rain and snow while insulating against the coldest blizzards. In winter, the bison uses its head as a living snowplow, sweeping away drifts to reach buried grasses. When summer arrives, it sheds its undercoat and wallows in mud to escape heat and insects. These wallows, still visible today, are a testament to the bison's ingenuity. Its efficient digestive system extracts nutrition from tough prairie grasses, building fat reserves for winter. Every aspect of the bison is tuned for endurance, making it a true champion of survival. The bison endures where others would perish. The bison's life is guided by ancient instinct, most evident when danger approaches. When threatened, the herd forms a defensive circle, bulls on the outside, calves and cows within, a living fortress. Even grizzlies and wolves hesitate before this wall of muscle and horn. A charging bison is a battering ram, capable of tossing predators aside with explosive power. Their seasonal migrations were epic journeys, crossing rivers and rugged terrain in search of fresh grass. The bison's relentless movement was a force of nature, shaping the land as surely as wind or water. During the rut, bulls bellow and clash in thunderous battles for dominance. These are not fights to the death, but trials of strength and stamina. The strongest bulls earn the right to mate, ensuring the survival of the fittest. The spectacle of the rut is natural selection in action. The bison commands its environment, not just surviving, but thriving. It is the unstoppable force of the American wilderness. For millennia, the thunder of bison hooves defined the American heartland, but the 19th century brought a wave of destruction. Settlers, railways, and industrialized hunting. The bison, once numbering in the tens of millions, faced a threat they could not fight. Market hunters, armed with powerful rifles, slaughtered bison by the thousands. The railroad split the herds, making them easy targets. Trains even stopped for passengers to shoot from the windows. The motivations were commercial, hides, tongues, and industrial products, but also strategic. The US government saw bison destruction as a way to subdue indigenous peoples by eliminating their primary resource. In just decades, 60 million bison were reduced to a few scattered remnants. By the late 1880s, the southern herd was gone, the northern herd nearly extinct. The thunder on the plains fell silent, replaced by an eerie stillness. The prairie, once teeming with life, was now littered with bones. The bison, symbol of the untamed wilderness, seemed destined to become a memory. The silence was profound, a haunting echo of what was lost. America's last giant was on the brink of oblivion. By 1889, the American bison stood on the edge of extinction. Fewer than 1,000 remained. Most survivors hid in remote pockets. Only a small herd found refuge in Yellowstone. The prairie ecosystem began to unravel without the bison's presence. Grassland diversity declined. Predators vanished. And indigenous cultures faced collapse. The wilderness felt broken and empty. In this darkest hour, a few voices rose in protest. Ranchers, scientists, and conservationists. William Temple Hornaday and others sounded the alarm, galvanizing public opinion. President Theodore Roosevelt became a champion for the bison's cause. In 1905, the American Bison Society formed, determined to save the species. It was a race against time to pull the bison back from the brink. The fight to save the bison was a remarkable collaboration. Ranchers like Charles Goodnight and Michel Pablo gathered the last wild bison, creating private herds that became the species' foundation. In 1907, the American Bison Society transported bison to the Wichita Mountains Wildlife Refuge, a powerful symbol of hope. Tribal nations played a vital role, restoring herds to their lands and reviving ancient traditions. Organizations like the Intertribal Buffalo Council continue this work, ensuring food sovereignty and cultural renewal. Scientists manage genetics and population health, balancing conservation with a changed landscape. This coalition of ranchers, tribal nations, scientists, and leaders prove that collective action can bring a species back. The bison's return is a story of ecological and cultural restoration. Even on the edge of extinction, hope endured. Today, the American bison is no longer on the brink of extinction. From fewer than 1,000, the population has rebounded to over 500,000. While most live on private ranches, wild herds now roam public and tribal lands. Yellowstone's herd offers a glimpse of the continent's wild past. Seeing bison in these sanctuaries is a powerful, humbling experience, a pulse of wild America. These parks are living museums preserving the spirit of the frontier. Bison grazing restores ecosystems, benefiting countless other species. The bison's return is healing the land and reviving lost relationships. It is now the national mammal of the United States, a symbol of conservation and resilience. The thunder has returned, a steady heartbeat in the wild heart of the continent. The story of the American bison is a saga of power, loss, and redemption. From abundance to the edge of extinction and back again, the bison's journey is woven into America's fabric. Its near extinction is a sobering lesson in the destructive power of unchecked expansion. The silence that fell on the plains is a warning we must remember. Yet, the bison's survival is a testament to human foresight and compassion. The coalition that saved the bison proves it's never too late to act. The bison's comeback is a beacon of hope for solving today's environmental crises. The bison stands as a symbol of strength and resilience, a survivor of ice ages, slaughter, and hardship. It roams our parks as a living link to our wild past, and a promise for the future. The bison story is America's story, a reminder that the spirit of life is truly indomitable.